Okay, so I have an idea for a project that I've wanted to do since we bought the building. And it has to do with those gigantic industrial heaters that are hanging up everywhere in the building. There's probably, I would say about 25 of those. But 10 of them are the same kind. And they are perfect, but they're super heavy. And there was no way that I was gonna be able to get them down. And I have some work on the windows I'm going to be doing as I'm kind of buttoning up the building to weatherize it. And so it was time to break down and get a good scaffolding. I don't trust this scaffolding. It's kind of like wobbly, and probably it'd be okay. But yeah, I just wanted to get something new. And so they sell these guys at Harbor Freight. And each one of these segments will get you up 5 feet, and you can stack several of them, one on top of the other. So, and they're all welded solid, so they're going to be much more secure than that flimsy aluminum one over there. So I knew that I wanted to have at least 20 feet up so that I could go around and work on sealing the second floor windows. Each one of these windows is 9 feet, and you've got like 4 feet underneath it, and you've got another 4 feet between the floors. So this thing's pretty nice. It's all like real quick release pins, and that's it, and it all stays together. So that's a pretty heavy duty piece of, I guess, aluminum, and stick it in there, throw the cotter pin in, and it's done. And then these down here are just spring loaded. They snap in, pull that or this, and line up the holes, let her go. So the nice thing is that the quick release wheels are optional, and I can roll it all the way down to the stairs, very quickly dismantle it, and then carry it up the stairs and put it back together. Okay, so today we have a really cool side project that I'm super excited about. I'm really excited about it, but I wanted to do a quick disclaimer first, because I know that a lot of people are worried that I haven't been talking about the roof situation, and I just wanted to say that that's my #1 priority. And as a matter of fact, something is ongoing with that behind the scenes. I haven't posted any videos about it, but I am aware of the dire need to address that, and it is my #1 priority. So don't worry, things are going on there as well. But I'm up on the 3rd floor, and I'm about to do something that I have really been wanting to do basically since we bought the place. I saw something that I want, and I'm gonna pull it down, and I wanna make something really cool out of it. I've already got my scaffolding set up. Well, almost completely set up. I'm in the process of it now. But these heaters are amazing. They're so awesome. And I'm not interested in them because they're heaters. Actually, I want to do something else with them. I want to repurpose them. And this one's good because the light's coming in through the window. Look at that hunk of awesomeness. So the challenge is that they are super heavy, and I would never be able to get them down myself. So that has changed. Now I have a scaffolding, and I was able to find a setting where it's just like 2 inches below where the heater is hanging. So it's a little bit challenging to get the scaffolding set up because there's a lot of conduit and sprinkler pipes and all kinds of stuff going around. There's like a pipe tie there. And so I needed it to be out so I could get that walkway board in there. But once I put it together, I wasn't able to slide it back in. So I had to disassemble it again and reassemble it around that conduit right there. Yeah, so like I said, it's just 2 inches above the scaffolding, so I'll put a board under there and then it'll be sitting sturdy before I even start to cut. I'll cut that angle iron, and I would never be able to get this down myself, except that I have multiple scaffolding units. So what I'll do is once I get it set on there, I will go through the process of carrying another scaffolding up and build it right here, and I'll lower it to this one, and then I'll lower it to the floor. So, yeah. Several people have been asking about the elevator, why I haven't got it going yet, what's the situation with it. Lots of people have offered to help with expertise in terms of getting it up and going. And I'm gonna make a complete solo dedicated video to adjust the elevator here pretty soon. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned for it. Okay, let me get back to this guy. Okay, so we're dealing with just a very minimal gap. As a matter of fact, on that far side, it's already touching the platform. This thing is rated for 900 pounds. So, and I'm around 200-ish, so I'm 100% positive that that's not more than, 700 pounds. So it's probably maybe 150. So I'm just gonna go find something to plug that, and then I'm gonna start cutting. Okay, so we're over here. Let me just orient you a little bit. Way back in that corner is where we're working. And there's the elevator, and there is the stair entrance. And when employees would come up through that stairway, I guess they came over here and they would hang up their jackets and their coats. And I highly doubt that this was used until the late 80s when the factory closed down. But so that means probably for a long time these hangers were just hanging here and people were going about their business and working in the factory. Those are some really old hangers. That's as simple, as rustic, and primitive as you get. It's just a piece of wood and a hanger. Go through the hanger pipe so you couldn't walk off with them and steal them. So that's pretty funny. But the reason I'm showing you this is that there's a bunch of old hardwood flooring back here. Check that out. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So there's a giant stack of hardwood flooring, and it's just like end pieces. So they're about 8 to 10 inches long. They vary, and they're all bundled up. So I think I'll put those in the auction. I'm sure somebody can do some crafts with those, probably like cutting boards or something. But right now we just need to steal one piece so that I can stick it up under that heater. Let me look at that. No, that's not the, but not quite so fast. So I ordered a safety harness on Amazon. I've been waiting for it to get here for like almost a week now. And it's showing that it's gonna be delivered today. So I'm all set up. I got some other stuff I wanna do. And then first thing in the morning, I'm gonna come back with that harness, get myself safe just in case. And then we'll bring it down. Okay, so there we go. I have my safety harness now. So I'll be putting this on and getting way up there. Here we go. Let's head up. See about getting up top. Okay. I might have to go downstairs and get a ladder just to make it easier to get up on this. Okay, so the question is, will this guy fit through the stairway entrance? Oh yeah, no problem at all. Ooh. This place reminds me of a haunted house sometimes. Okay, just right, said Goldilocks. So I'm gonna cut this pipe off because I don't need it bouncing around on me. And then I'll be ready to get up there. Okay, so here we are up top, and these two pieces of angle iron and this little set of wires here are the only things holding this guy up. So first thing I'm gonna do is clip these, and I'm gonna cut this angle iron, and yeah, here we go. Almost there, just gotta get a little bit. Okay, one down, one to go, and I'm still alive. Okay, it's free, it's completely off. And that thing sat down hard, so I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about getting this down. I'm gonna do a few tests here and just see if I can lower that. The good thing is I'll be at a lot lower altitude. But, yeah. There's this one other funky piece that has to come off, but I can do that from the platform. I actually want to leave this because I might be able to build something onto it from off on the side. So let me climb down and check it out from the other side. Okay, yeah, so it's free from the ceiling there. And this is the last piece here. So I'm gonna hop up there. So, look at that motor. Is that a trip or what? Yeah, this thing is too pretty, too pretty. So I've just been thinking, and I've decided to keep the whole thing. So I'm gonna cut this off here and here, and then when I get it down, I'll explain what my thinking is. Can you guess? So that thing surprised me. It is incredibly heavy. Shocker. Oh my gosh. So it's completely free now. It's just sitting on the scaffolding, and I could not budge it. I mean, yeah, it's scary heavy. So I think what I'm gonna do is start to just dismantle it right in position. So I'm gonna take off try to unhook the motor. That should be like, I don't know, 40 pounds. So that'll help. And then there are some other components that I can take out of it, and hopefully I can reduce it down to pretty lightweight. So let's see how far we can get today. Okay, doesn't disappoint. Good old American made. That's standard. I got this metric wrench here, and it's almost tight enough, but I know I'll definitely strip that if I try to go for it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back down and find another wrench. So that motor is definitely where all the weight is. It doesn't look that big, but it's heavy. Oh my gosh. And because of the width of this cylinder, there is no way to lift it out. These have to come off. The problem is that these bolts aren't being very cooperative. So I guess I'm just gonna have to keep at it. The bolt on the other side of this guy is turning, and there's no way to access it to hold it against the counterclockwise motion so that it'll back out. So what I realized is that if I can just get one bolt, any one of these bolts off, then I can, because these are free, and I can rotate out. And there was just no possible way to do it. So I lost my patience, and I used the hacksaw and just cut that bolt head off. So it took a little bit, but I finally got it. And now I need to see if I can punch that out. But it's threaded, so I don't know if that's gonna be possible or not. There's no problem at all. I just touched it and it fell in. So now I'm able to rotate this and I'll be able to get that out. So can you guess what I want to do with this guy or all of these? You might be surprised. It might not be what you think. So let me see if I can get them down. Oh my gosh, that's heavy. Holy cow. I don't know if I can lift it. Oh. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Man. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's where the weight's at. That is definitely. Woo! Where the weight's at. Dang, it's still not gonna budge, that thing. It's still not budging, it's still heavy. Good Lord. Man. Speechless. Man, I severely underestimated the weight of that thing. One thing's for sure, I got 9 more of them to go. Not even done with this one yet. And I'm definitely gonna hire 1 or 2 people to help me with the rest of them because that's something. Okay, so you probably thought I was gonna do a lamp, right? Well, you'd be wrong. So that guy's flat there. And I can bolt that into any post here. And if I flatten that guy out, it would be perfect for putting a little round oak bench seat on there. So, and that one up there has a flat surface already. And that kind of seating is super desirable. And that's gonna look pretty amazing. So, and the great thing is that with 10 of those heaters here in the factory, that means I've got 30 pieces that I can make little stools out of. So I'm super excited. I may make an oak plank and mount several of them on a single piece that somebody could bolt into their wall or something. But yeah, that's gonna look amazing when it's done. So, okay. And I'm still gonna do a lot with that stuff up there, so we gotta get it down. So there's this guy. Man, that thing's beautiful. I just gotta say, you may not think so, but I definitely do. But that's like almost an inch thick of cast iron. And that whole body is cast iron. So when I lifted it up, you know how when you go to the weight gym and you pick up those 45-pound weights to put on the bar? This is definitely heavier than one of those, like not even close. And I don't know how, because it's not that big. I don't know what's in there, but whatever it is heavy, probably copper. But I would not strip that, because even for like 150 bucks in copper, I just prefer to have this thing whole and complete. And I'm sure whoever bought it would also prefer it that way. So I want to see if I can get this fan off and take a look at it. Okay, so we got this guy propped up here. And I just love that studded little area right there. And I want to see if I can get it off. And I think the only thing holding it on is this little pin right here. If I can back that out a little bit, I'm hoping that'll just slide right off. So let me take that off and see how far we get. Okay, so I got the pin out, but it doesn't want to come off. So I don't know if I need to just like whack it or if it's threaded on, and that was to keep it from unthreading. Not sure. So what I'm gonna do is go get a pair of vice grips, grab onto that guy, and then try to rotate it off. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna try the good old-fashioned whack-a-mole trick. Oh, what do you know? Right size first time. Okay. How do I? Ooh. No. I don't think it's just spinning around on there. All right, so I got my carpenter's hammer. All I'll say is just whack it. Whack it. Oh, that's not working either. All right, I'm wondering if that's a bolt head that puts something through that pin. But that's a pretty large head to go through a tiny little hole in that pin. I'm not sure. It looks like there's another head down there. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty close to just getting the Sawzall and cutting that sucker off. I don't want to, but I've got 10 more. Maybe I can learn something about this one. I don't know. Taking these guys off of the front. Not a whole lot of weight, but every little bit helps. Got these guys, and that thing is just too perfect, yeah, for a stool. So, yeah, so let me have a quick talk with you guys about this guy. So I'm afraid of getting lit up in the comments. I'm really tempted to cut that off there. But I would prefer to pull it out if possible the right way. So I don't know if this is like a pin, like a cotter pin, or my vice grips are, because when I rotate it, it's just spinning. And over here, probably you can't see. Let me see if I can even see. Oh, yeah. I don't know what that is. So it's just like a threaded hole there. So I don't want to cut it off, but I do have 10 of them. Maybe I could learn how to do it, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave this. As much as I wanted to put it in my video, I'm going to leave it so I can put it out to you guys. If you can tell me how I can get that off of that shaft there. Because what I want to do, I want to take like 3 of these fans. Look how that has the rivets and the studs. So it kind of looks like a sunflower to me. And those rivets are like little seeds. So, and the patina is amazing. And so I think if I put 3 of them side by side at different heights in front of the, because they're so sculptural. And imagine, just like 1, 2, 3 side by side, different heights, with a stem and a base on them in front of a really awesome background. How cool would that be? And then all over the factory, I have these pipe stops, these industrial pipe stops, and you can thread these around, and those kind of look like leaves. So on the other side of this fan, this is the back side, but it would be something like that. And then that fan, and I could make a really awesome sculpture. So yeah, so I'm gonna wait for you guys. Please tell me how to get that fan blade off of that motor. And it's getting dark, so I'm gonna call it a day. I really wanted to get this done today. Not gonna happen. It's just too heavy for one person, and I'm not gonna take any risks. So tomorrow I'll come back and I'll keep dismantling it up there on the scaffolding, bring it down piece by piece. And don't click off this video because I have a really cool idea for the back of that heater. So the best thing is still yet to come. Okay, so this is kind of neat. I just rubbed this paint off, and it says Aerofin Heating and Cooling, and Newark, New Jersey, 1926? Oh, this has been up here a while. It has really been up here a while. That's almost 100 years this thing has been hanging right here. Can you believe that? It just boggles the mind. Oh my gosh. You know, Charleston was barely a town back in the day. This was hung up. Okay, so I got these 3 fins off, and those are pretty sturdy little things. They got a lip there and a way to, you know, mount them to something. Don't know what I'm going to use those for, but you know me. I'll figure something out. And so now this thing is still pretty heavy, and a lot of it has to do with this element here. So I'm going to investigate whether I can pull these plates out here and here. And if I can, that means I can probably get that Sawzall in and cut that section out, because I don't have a plan for this yet. I won't throw it away. You never know what could come of something like this. But I need to get it out. So let me see if I can get this plate going. Okay, so update, that is not gonna work because, so here's those bolts. I thought I could take those out and remove this plate, but there's actually rivets in it, and I don't wanna drill those out or anything. I wanna leave them. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to pull this face off. Back to the drawing board. Okay, silly me, embarrassing mistake. So I just realized that up here on this pipe, when I made my cut, there was this tiny little thread that was still attached to that pipe. And so when I was trying to lift up on it, that wasn't giving. And so it seemed a lot heavier than it is. So now that that's free, it's still heavy, but it's nothing like I thought it was. So what I'm gonna do is, I wanna lay this down. It'll be much more manageable. Maybe I can just lower it by hand. But this is interfering because I need to scoot this back in order to lay it down. So I'm gonna get the Sawzall and trim off this angle iron a little bit shorter so that I can scoot it back here and then lay it forward. Which means I have to climb down and move this scaffolding clear on the other side. But I think that's part of the, you know, the trick of it is just not to get in a rush, take things very slow. There's no need to get in a hurry and cause yourself an injury. And so I'm just trying to be patient. It's an exercise in patience, and I'm learning as I go. So yeah, just a few more steps. We've almost got it. Okay, so it's all prepared. I'm gonna climb up there now and lay that over on its face. And that big hunk of steel right there is not helpful. Definitely not helpful, but I think it's kind of neat, and I'm gonna leave it on there. I can always cut it off later, but I wanna try something. And so I might regret it if I cut that off, so. Okay, so yeah, got it laid down, and now I want to try to hop it down onto this platform. If I can get it down onto that platform, I won the race. So I'm gonna take just a quick minute and catch my breath, and then yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Nope. Okay, so I've got an idea. It's going to take me a hot minute, but if you see these platforms, every few inches they have a position. So I can make this platform. Oh, somebody's honking. I can make this platform just a couple inches lower, and so I'll just put it a couple inches lower than that one. And I'll slide it off onto there, and then I'll lower that one 2 inches, and then I'll lower this one 2 inches, and I'll bring it all the way down. I was gonna do the cable thing, but there's no way to get that cable onto that. There's no hole, there's no way I can pass it through to get a good grip on it. So, long and slow, but that's okay. Nice and easy. Slow and steady wins the race. As a side note, just as a matter of interest, do you remember that ticket booth door downstairs that looks like it went to a equipment cage? Here's another one. There's actually 3 doors. 1, 2, 3. These are kind of French door style. They open out. And this has a top and a bottom segment. And there's another fan, and there's another fan down there at the very end, and also a hanging ceiling fan. We'll go check that out. But this entire area is caged in. So this definitely was some kind of equipment storage maybe. But yeah, there's another different kind of old fan, and there's another one over there, but the cage on the front of it is missing, and another one of our favorite heaters. So yeah, okay, back to work. Okay, it doesn't look so bad all of a sudden. It's just above my head, so, but look at that patina. That is gonna be amazing. Can you guess what I'm gonna do with it yet? Oh. Did it. Done. Okay, so lesson learned. On the other 9 heaters, this is not a job for one person. So I need some help. Okay, do you remember that scene in Fight Club where he's like leaving his place of employment after causing a bunch of shenanigans? And he's pushing his cart out and he's really proud of himself. Well, I'm kind of feeling that right at the moment, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. Okay, so the next step in our epic adventure that you probably didn't see coming is that I need to lower this down the elevator shaft. So I've got these tie down straps on them, and I've also got this chain hooked up as a backup. So if one goes, the other will catch it. Because the last thing we want is to do a nosedive down into the darkness, never to return. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, so I got to go down to the second floor and pull it in. Okay, so I got it pulled in and just got to lower it that last little bit, and we're on the second floor. And if you remember, we have the overhead door here, so I can come up on that ramp and load them on the trailer and pull it down to the ground outside, where I can actually work on it with angle grinder and other tools and not have to worry about sparks and stuff here in the building. So, but before I get to that, in order to do what I want to do with this, I still need a few more pieces. Okay, so one of the things I want to do with that heater is use it to make a table with. And for a table, I need some legs. And I think what I'm going to do is cut some of this conduit out, because every so many feet, there's like a coupler there. And the way that flares out is a perfect foot at the end of a leg. So I want to cut it just on this side, and then I'll have that leg as tall as I want. I can, give it really tall legs and make it look kind of even more quirky and original. And then I'll cut 4 of those, and I'll have these flared out pieces as feet at the bottom of the legs. So now what I gotta do is use my handy dandy scaffolding over there. And that Sawzall has been doing me pretty good, so I'll make quick work of it. And I need 4, so at least for this one. So here we go. Okay, so there we go. That's one of the legs there, and it has this foot on it, so it looks pretty good. I just gotta cut that sprinkler head off. And I left it really long because I wanna have some options in how high the table is, so I want it to be just a little bit off, not look exactly, you know, perfect and usable, but a little bit kind of quirky. So I think I prefer longer legs on it. So let me get those other 3, cut that sprinkler head off, and yeah, we'll be moving on to the next thing. That son of a gun took me a long time to get down. Okay, 4 legs. I survived all of the high work, and that's behind me now, still alive. And I think we should maybe go outside and start taking this apart and come up with a plan. Came outside, working out here, I don't throw any sparks in the building, and get a little bit more daylight, a little bit longer work day. So yeah. Enough playing coy. Let me tell you what my plans are. So if you notice, this front facing plate here with this circle and this contoured edge is actually double, right? So that means if I take these screws out, I can pull this plate off and there'll still be a lip there to work with. So I want to take off this front plate and then put a board backing on it and a mirror on the inside. And I think it'll, with that patina and a really nice, classy, you know, either urbane bronze or matte black backing board. It kind of sticks out around the edges all the way around. And with that patina, I think that'll be an amazing, mirror. It almost looks like an aviation piece. So it'll clean up real nice, and I'll get all that bird mess off of it, and we'll see how it looks from there. This guy here I left on, and the reason is because I want to, after I take that front plate off, I want to rotate it flat and then put these legs up inside it so that it's got 4 legs to stand on. It's going to be kind of a boxy table. I'll replace this plate here that I'm removing with barnwood surface. It'll have a barnwood top. And then this guy, I'll stick a piece of rebar through here and then twist it so it's kind of pointed toward the table. And then, I don't know if you can imagine this. So this thing is going to go up like that, and it's going to be a table with a barnwood top. And then this thing, it's going to be twisted around, and I'm going to put some gas station lamps on it. So it'll have those heavy iron legs, super industrial boxy table with this really funky steampunk thing coming out of it, and porcelain enamel gas station Benjamin style lights above it as well. So that's going to be another video. Today I'm just kind of focused on getting it out and getting this plate off. So let me get busy with that, and we'll take it to the car wash and see what it looks like. So seeing as this has been on here for like 100 years, it is actually being remarkably cooperative. And as it's coming off, I can see this plate is starting to finally separate, which is great. I was worried that it was going to be, you know, give me some trouble. because it's been on there so long, but I can see it's already starting to separate. So real happy about that. Okay, so why is it that on projects like this, there's always that one screw that doesn't want to come out, and how does it know to be the last one? Oh my gosh. So well, I guess that was the moment of truth. I wanted to make a special video about that moment of pulling that sucker off for the first time in 100 years. But got ahead of me. And there is my beautifully patinaed mirror. So, oh my gosh. There's my table base with barnwood top and some gas station lamps hanging up over it. The legs and my wall mount stool bases and my really antique motor and my sculptural sunflowers. Before we end the video with washing up the mirror plate, I want to put a question out to you guys, and that is, so that antique mirror, what do you think that is worth? What should I price that for if I take it to an antique show? So it's super original, super artistic. It's very old. It's industrial. It's going to look amazing. There's kind of like an artistic quality about it. And it took a ton of work to do. Not that a buyer cares about how much work went into it, but that has a really beautiful backing on it, and it just looks super industrial, maybe brutalist even. Tell me what you think that should be priced at an antique show. I'm curious. Let's just do a survey. I'm going to put a poll in the community tab here on the channel. If you can, just take a second and click on the community tab and vote, or leave your comment for how much you think is a good price to sell something like that for. So, okay, and let's go wash that mirror base as a cool sign off. Talk to you guys soon. Okay, so this looks amazing. The greens and browns and blue color, and when it's wet, the colors pop even more, and so you can kind of imagine what it's going to look like when it gets clear coated. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I am so excited about that. So, all right. The final product for another video. Thanks guys so much for visiting my channel, and I hope to see you again super soon.